Yeah, Surfer decided to go live and call me a pedophile for like 4 hours. Um, and now Raven and I really wish I didn't have to address this person. Raven is posting Shaggy is not a pedophile. Well, you've done enough damage, Raven. Just go away. Like, literally, you can't fix this. If you think the whole thing is funny, great. If you're feeling trolls remorse, I don't care. Like what you did was really fucked up. Regardless of what the fuck you have to say, because the truth is no one takes you seriously because you're a child. You shouldn't even be here. Um, I'm not even sure if you're mentally capable of understanding the consequences of your actions. Um, but yeah, because of what you did, I'm going to have literal retards calling me a pedophile for the rest of my life. Thank you for that. I hope you feel that I deserved this. What did you ultimately think was going to happen? I don't think I deserved this. I don't think I deserved any of this. But you're a minor, so that's literally that's it. I wish you need to log off. Go away. Please go away. Please do what you said you were going to do and go away. You don't need to say Shaggy isn't a pedophile to every retard in the sector. They're not going to listen to you anyway. They don't honestly give a shit. Um, that's not what it's about here. They just they're it's a community of very bad people. As I've explained to you, when we were talking, these are not good people. They don't. You're trying to argue with them on a moral standpoint when they are by definition amoral to begin with. Speaking of Surfer, I don't even know what the fuck to say to you. You know, I think you're a real fucking scumbag, but you know what? So does everyone else. So does everyone else. I wouldn't be caught dead in the company that you keep. Yeah, you can question my judgment of people all you like. Well, you just blatantly called me a pedo, so we've blown past that point. But you can say I'm a poor judge of character. I don't hang out with the homeless. I work with them, but I don't invite them into my home. But I guess like for someone like you, that's the only sort of friend you could have. Um, and hey, you'd be homeless if not for your parents, right? Because that's the thing, Surfer. That's the thing. You are a loser. In the real world, you have fucked up everything you've ever tried to do. Uh, you know, you role play as a big shot on the internet, but even that is something that is given to you by someone else, isn't it, Surfer? And I'm never going to get the views that you have. I'm never going to have the clout that you have because it was left to you by PPP. You didn't build that yourself. If you weren't PPP's former co host, if you didn't have that nostalgia factor, no one would listen to a word you have to say. Just like they don't listen to a word you have to say in the real world. I've never groomed a child. I've never tried to hurt a child. I've never been sexually interested in a child. But you did torture a rabbit to death. That happened. You did torture a fucking rabbit to death for fun, and you admitted this. Anyone who presses Surfer on this, he'll admit it. He's an animal torturer. Allegedly, he's an arsonist as well. I don't know. But you want to slander my character like that. Let's take a good look at who you are, right? The only fucking thing you have in your life is the reputation left to you by a man who won't even fucking piss on you if you're on fire. Now, PPP wants nothing to do with you. Um, I don't. I see why completely. As he said, You are a piece of shit. You are literally human shit. And you are. You are. You'll fucking go at me. You'll say all sorts of shit about me, but you won't dare go at Ashton because he would verbally backhand you into the ground. You know that. You know that, and because you're a cowardly piece of shit, you only punch down. Because everyone treats you like shit in your life. Because in the real world, you put the fries in the bag, right? With your greasy, unwashed hands, right? Because of that, if given even a slight bit of power, if even given a little bit of power over someone else, you use it in the most abusive way possible. And I pray that, in the small hours of the night, when you say your prayers before you go to bed, you understand that you did something here that will forever bar you from heaven, because you don't have it in you to repent, but you do know what you did was wrong. The fact that you wouldn't touch that Bible, the fact that you acted towards that Bible as if it would burn you if you touched it, means you know there's a God, and you still choose to be a reprehensible piece of shit. You failed at college. You failed as a man. You failed as a son. You failed as a streamer. Because if you were to stream every day, you know that the audience you have would dwindle down to probably what me and Axel have. Maybe a bit more than that. But if you didn't stream super rarely, you wouldn't get the views. You just wouldn't. And the real shitty thing is, Surfer, I only ever tried to be a friend to you, and you repaid me like this. I really hope I don't ever see you trying to talk to me with that smarmy fucking grin of yours. Because that's not what you do with someone you think is a child molester. You completely shun them. I expect you to treat me like that, because I am going to treat you like someone who slandered me in the worst fucking way possible. That's life ruination shit, dude. And you know the audience you have. You know these people are fucking stupid. You know they're immoral. You know they're just rancid people. Most of them don't give a fuck if I did or didn't date a minor or any of that. Like you just like you saw that I was in a really fucked up situation and you chose to make it worse because you're a piece of shit. Because as a human, you are firewood for hell. I find it hilarious. You want to talk shit about Jewish people. You wanna like talk shit about blacks and all this shit. Do you understand that you are like every bit as bad as the worst fucking black criminal or Jewish grifter after what you just did? Not in the eyes of the sector, in the eyes of like the 50 people who watch you. The 50 A-logs and trolls who would gladly fucking tear you apart if it was in their own interests. You know, aside from them, aside from the worst people in humanity, there's no one who would take a good, honest look at this situation and what you just did and think you were anything other than scum. You pretend like you think everything is wrestling and jokes, but it's not, and you know that. You know what you did, dude. And if you ever fucking talk to me again, you're gonna get the same thing. Pick up the fucking Bible and say it to my face with your hand on the fucking Bible. You know, if Wrist and Daimyo support you in this, they can also fuck themselves. Uh, Pretty much everyone who would support what you just did, you can fuck yourself. Unsubscribe from me, don't watch my content. You can talk about me all you like, but you shouldn't talk to me. You know, you should completely fucking shun me if you honestly believe this shit. Alright? I think that was really scumbag behavior. I mean, at least Raven has an excuse in that her brain isn't fully developed yet. Uh, but what's wrong with you, Surfer, is wrong all the way through you, and there's no fucking excuse for it. Um, I'll be real, right? If my expectations for people in the sphere wasn't already like just rock bottom, I'd be hurt by what you did. I'd be really hurt by that. But as it is, I'm just fucking disgusted. Because I've seen you be a piece of shit before. I know there's no good in you as a person. There is no good in you as a person. And that's from the heart. I want you to know that's what I really think of you. I really think that you are an irredeemable piece of shit. And that's what your father thinks about you. That's what PPP thinks about you. It's probably what most of your viewers think about you. Only that's for them, that's why they relate to you. Now these are people who will gladly fucking laugh along with DJ Axel and all that shit because, you know, they're scumbags. They don't really give a fuck about right and wrong. That's why they spend all their time in the worst fucking places on the internet doing shady, evil shit. And what you did was evil. What you just did was fucking evil. I mean, I hope it was worth it, dude, but please, never fucking try to talk to me again. Never try to talk to me again. I would really appreciate it if you just stay the fuck away from me. You can talk about me on your fucking streams, I guess. I don't know. But that was really fucking scumbag behavior I just saw there from you. You know? Let me see here. Anyway, you know, Surfer, as I said, he's in the chat there. No, I didn't know it was a minor because I'm not a pedophile. And no, I'm not done streaming. I'll stream whenever I like. You know, Raven said I should quit streaming. I told her I don't take advice from children. I don't think you think I'm a pedophile, Surfer. I would not have such fuck. You know what, Surfer? If I thought you really thought I was a pedophile, if I thought you really thought that, I would probably feel bad rather than pissed off and disgusted. But I don't think for a minute that you actually believe that I was trying to date a minor. I don't think you believe that. I think if you did believe that, you would have had no problem picking up that Bible. You had no problem turning the Bible into content when PPP abandoned you. I think you're a complete sack of shit. I mean, what else am I supposed to think, Surfer? Like, there's no audio. Your giggling pack of ghouls isn't here now. So what did you expect me to my response to be? What I'm gonna do now is hide you in the channel. You know, I've left your fucking community. Wrist's little group chat. I never want to see. I don't think I want to see any of you assholes again. You know, I don't know what to tell you, Grossly. I didn't think she looked like a kid. You didn't warn me of any of it. Grossly, you weren't even fucking here for this, Johnny come lately. Fuck off. No, talk it out. There's nothing to talk about. The man called me a pedophile in front of 50 people, and he didn't even do so in sincerity. I do listen. Grossly, I actually do listen to you. Okay? I just don't remember you warning me about Raven. If you tried to warn me, I didn't fucking see it. You warned me months ago. Maybe you did, and if I didn't listen, I was stupid. Listen, I was a fucking retard, alright, for not listening to the people who gave me advice about Raven. A lot of people warned me about Raven, and I was stupid for not fucking listening. That was really fucking dumb. And yeah, 50 people, but because it's Surfer, those are 50 people from our mutual community, people who watch Kino Casino, who watch my channel. It was a really scummy thing to do. It was a really scummy thing to do. So, my advice to any of you who think I was honestly trying to groom a minor, despite the fact that the minor is now posting all over the place out of Troll's remorse that I didn't know, as if that's gonna fucking help. Unsub. Don't fucking, you don't need to interact with me to make content on me. I never fucking talk to Axel anymore. And he's still, every time he goes live, I'm the subject because he has literally nothing else to talk about that people will listen to. I just don't think this can be I've forgiven Surfer for shit in the past where he said, well, you're a heel and it's all wrestling, it's all kayfabe, but you just called me a fucking pedophile. You just proved that a few hours of content is worth more to you than my entire fucking life, Surfer. I didn't, back when you used to stream with PPP, I didn't think that about you. I didn't think that this guy was a massive piece of shit. I thought Ashton was a massive piece of shit for the way he treated you, but now I understand. I'm not a very good judge of character. I don't think that's news to anyone. But PPP is a good judge of character, and he saw you for exactly what you were. He saw that you were a parasitic, manipulative piece of garbage, and he took you for all you were worth, because he knew you'd do the same fucking thing to him if you'd been given the chance. Trust me, he didn't change anybody's mind. Well, no one cares. This isn't the people here are not moral people for the most part. Anyone else in my situation would have buried that as far down as it could go. In life, you are punished for your sins and your virtues. Right now, I'm being punished for my virtues. For the fact that when I found out this was a kid, I literally went live with it. Okay? And I don't know what this bullshit is about she looked like a child. No, she fucking doesn't. Okay? And trust me, if you'd been talking to this person every night, you would not have known that this is a 15-year-old. When I was 15, I thought having the biggest thing I'd ever done was lost my virginity. Right? I hadn't even smoked pot when I was 15. I'm not going to get into it, but I had every reason in the world to believe that this was an adult that I was talking to. And you know what? It doesn't matter if I'm the dumbest, most autistic motherfucker on the planet. If I thought it was an adult, regardless of how stupid it was to think that, if I thought I was talking to an adult, it is incredibly unethical and unchristian to frame me as some sort of pedophile while LARPing as some sort of judge. You can't fucking hide behind comedy with this, Surfer. What you did is a cardinal sin. You bore false witness against me for the worst crime a person can possibly commit in front of a group of sadists, monsters, and retards. So if you really think this about it, this goes for all of you. Unsubscribe from my channel. Refuse to be in any Discord that I'm in. Treat me as the monster that you think I am, okay? You might want to lay low for like a week. Fuck you. No. No, because if I act like I've got something to be ashamed of, which I don't, these assholes are just going to keep doing it forever. But you know what? You know what? The good thing is, we have DJ Axel, who proves that even if I was talking to minors in a sexual way, even if I was a really scummy, evil person, devoid of any human value, no one here would really give a shit. No one here would really give a shit. The next time someone I don't like was suffering, if I went live and started making fun of them, no one around this level of the sewer cares. Right? So no, I don't need to lie low. If you guys will cheer for DJ Axel still, which most of you will, what the fuck do I have to worry about? I'll survive this. You seem to be trapped in a cage you've constructed for yourself. I mean, I stepped in a real pile of shit with this one, Pete. But if someone had done to you what that Canadian piece of shit, that Luigi-looking motherfucker just did to me, I think you'd be in the same... I think you'd also be too pissed off to sleep. I'm just trying to give everyone the fucking chance to, you know, I don't know. I don't know. This whole thing of she looks like a child is to me really fucking stupid. Especially when it comes from people who couldn't tell a filter from body paint. I don't think Surfer would be able to. I think if you took a bunch of fucking high school kids and put them next to a bunch of porn stars who look kind of young, like Hannah Hayes or Amber Hart, I don't really think that these fuckers would be able to. I don't think that Surfer would be able to like correctly pick out which one of them were actually, underage and which of them were whores. I don't think he would be able to do that. I legitimately don't think that Surfer is anything other than a loathsome piece of shit whose high point in life, his peak in life, has already passed him by. And that was being another man's bitch, who called the police when he picked a fight that he couldn't handle. I mean, realistically, that's what happens when Surfer's fucking smarmy ass grin and his fucked up behavior finally pushes someone too far. I just want him gone. I just want him gone. Because as we've seen, Surfer is a bitch. Surfer is a smarmy little bitch. And if only you didn't live on the other side of the continent, I would already be in my car, Surfer. I would be coming to pay you a visit. Alright? And I know that if I did, you'd be calling the cops before I was in 2 miles of your house. Because you're a cowardly little pussy, as you've always been, Surfer. You have always been a cowardly little pussy. But you know what? I used to think that you were a good Christian. But you couldn't even put your fucking hand on the Bible. You couldn't even put your hand on the Bible. You said it was a weird religious thing. Well, Surfer, I hate to say it, but your refusal to look at Christ when you were making those accusations, that doesn't help you. It actually just makes it a lot worse. Um, None of this is a good look. Fuck off. Fuck off. You people will watch Axel when he declares himself a pedophile for years. Fuck off. I mean, talk about good. As if any of you people. I mean, I even see grossly offensive back in Axel's chat. What the fuck happened there? What happened there, oh great advice giver? Don't have anything to do with Axel. Immediately goes into Axel's chat and starts, nodding along with the others. It's like, okay. I mean, you're all a bunch of fucking hypocrites, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking pissed off. Yeah. I think it would be pretty insane to not be pissed off in this situation. I'm not Jim. I never pretended to be Jim. I think, I just, I don't know. Yeah, I'm pissed off. That pissed me off. I don't know. I guess Surfer's gonna crawl up that homeless dude's asshole for another 7 months or so. Don't invite me to your group chats, dude. Don't invite me to anything. I don't need you guys here. I really, like, any one of you who thinks that Shaggy is a bad look or whatever gay shit you want to throw at me, just fuck off. I'm not keeping you here, and I'm definitely not going to beg you to stay. Unsubscribe, don't come back, I don't care. If you think I'm not guilty, you should think what Surfer did was really fucked up. And if you do think I'm guilty, you shouldn't be here to begin with. There's plenty of places to crow on about how Shaggy and every other person in the sector is a pedophile. There's plenty of places for that. You don't need to come here to do that. Yeah, I mean, I might think owning a tiger as a pet is stupid. It doesn't mean I won't say tiger feeding time at the zoo. But yeah, but we're talking about pedophiles grossly. Would you subscribe to EDP? No. But the people who, like, disavowed EDP were pretty fucking serious. And the people he has left are people like the people we have in this community who don't really give a shit. And you don't need to actually get in the cage with me, dude. Like, there's archive channels who archive all my shit. But grossly, do you think I'm a pedophile? I don't think you do. I don't think any of you sincerely think that I'm some sort of predator. Which makes all this shit even fucking worse. You know, I was tricked. I got catfished. The rest of you are knowingly doing fucked up shit. You don't seem to realize that the sector is voluntary. You don't need to fight a war against it for your entire... Do you want me to fucking delete my channel? Is that what it is? Maybe. Maybe. I've been considering it. I thought that, and what I thought didn't matter. All Surfer did was read DMs you released. Why are you so mad? I wasn't mad about that. Surfer, I released those DMs. If you wanted to read them, that's fine. What pissed me off is he declared me to be a pedophile when he didn't believe it. If he did believe it, I wouldn't be pissed. Let me say that again. If I thought Surfer really believed I was some sort of predator, I would not be upset with him. I'm upset that he slandered me. I'm upset that he knowingly called me a pedophile when he doesn't believe that's true. Only a real piece of shit would do something like that. I already said I don't think you are, despite what you said about Brian's kids, is that Brian's kids are probably, like, they carry the pedophile gene. Okay? They're more likely to be pedophiles than I am. I don't really give a shit. You know what? Brian is the one who uses his own fucking kids as a cudgel in this sector. We shouldn't even know that he has kids. But he had to use that as some sort of fucking ammunition in some shit. I don't know. I don't know. Either you think I am or you don't. And if you don't, you shouldn't be calling me that. If you do think that, by all means, say it loudly. Say, Shaggy is a fucking monster. I disavow him. I want nothing to do with him. That's fine. That's fine. If you really believe it, say it. But if you don't believe that about someone, and you're willing to make that accusation, you have to be the worst piece of shit that humanity leaves behind it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is that with an accusation of that degree, if you're going to make an accusation like that, you should have no problem putting your hand on the Bible and swearing before whatever the fuck you believe that, that is what you think of that person. Which is why I can put my hand on the Bible and solemnly swear that drunken surfer R.J. Findlay is a worthless, subhuman piece of shit who is a detriment to the life of everyone he has ever encountered. Right? And there's a way larger trail of evidence for that than there is on anything I've done. I'm going to try and get some sleep now. That really pissed me off. I'm going to try and get some sleep. But, I'm absolutely fucking disgusted with him. I don't care when a bunch of random assholes say this shit. Because, I just don't care what random assholes think. Yeah, I mean, Grossly really thought that Tux was a disgusting degenerate when he made his accusations, and he was. Virus says crime is. Virus is, well, Sonichu says that you suck your father's cock. Virus? Really? Well, Tib says a lot of stupid shit, but he, I don't know why you'd want to quote him. Like, Tubbs is apparently, Tibbs says he's going to go and take down the whole sector using this information. I look forward to seeing that, yeah. Always will be. Well. What, Surfer will always be a piece of shit? I'm aware of that. He always has been. Yeah, the main reason I'm not going to stop streaming is that I don't feel like giving Raven the win there. That would be the win for her. I think that was her goal, was to get me to stop streaming. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stream out of spite. I'm going to keep streaming just out of spite. Again, even fucking Ethan Ralph gets views. You don't have to be an ethical person. I mean, the fact that most of you guys will watch people like him, people like Axel, does it matter if it's a bad look? If I was popular enough, I could probably fuck an infant on camera and you idiots would still say I was cool. Shit. I mean, what more is there to say? I don't honestly think any of you people give a fuck about morality. Anyway, I'm gonna go get some sleep now. Yeah, you should. If you actually agree with Surfer and you think that I'm, some sort of predator, you should probably I don't know, make a channel to snipe my channel and just call me a predator, but don't be in my chat because I'm just gonna fucking hide you anyway.